Hi guys, I'm so glad you're here. I know I said 5 o'clock, I'm early, but I'm too excited to talk about sending you love and light to Stormy Sky 12. I love you. Thank you for joining me. I really enjoyed earlier. I've already posted that live chat that I did earlier onto my YouTube. So if you guys want to go and check that out, because if you missed the first part, then, you know, my family on here always tell me to load up my lives, and because they would like to rewatch it, even if it's for just readings or just talking. Jolanda, hi honey, thank you. So I'm a little bit early, I know, but I'm just way too excited. So I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come through before I get talking about a past life situation that I had in this life, a connection that I had made with somebody about 3 years ago, maybe even 4 now, I can't even remember. I think it was 2019, yeah, something like 2019. But this is just talking about past lives. Sending you lots of love to AK_food diaries. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. I already did this live. I already told this story on one of my videos. I had loaded it up. Thank you, Strawberry Wine. Love my braids. Thanks. I did my hair again. I bleached it again and it broke. So I had to cut some ends off, done a little bit of cutting, but there you go. Watching your live from Jamaica. Yes. Hey, honey. Tavia. That's so cool. Thank you. I just wanted to talk about past life regression and how you know when you're connected to somebody like a soulmate. You just know. It's a instant knowing. You just know. 40 years old and still getting spots. A load of crap. I thought when you get older, you're not supposed to go through all of this stuff. Bermuda. Hey, honey. Hey, Ashley. Ashay, sorry, forgive me. Maria, hey honey. This story that I'm going to tell is talking about past life regressions. Is talking about when you come into a connection with somebody in your life, whether it be at work or it'll be walking on the street or you're standing in a line, whatever it is that you're doing, and there is a familiarity to somebody next to you, somebody that you met at a party, I don't care. There is a soulmate dynamic there. There is a soul connection there. This is somebody that you've known from a past life. And it is so, the energy is, it's undeniable. You will just know when you are surrounded by somebody that you've known from a past life, someone that you've had a past life. Sorry guys, the last part of Mercury Retrograde is around, and for some reason the shadow part of Mercury Retrograde is still around. For those of you who don't know what Mercury Retrograde is, when Mercury looks like it's going backwards, the energy is completely messed up, your devices are messed up, your Wi-Fi is messed up, your emotions are really high at that time. When Mercury Retrograde, usually it brings back things that you don't want to think about, but you have to deal with. Let's see. Sawan's Feng Wayne. Hello, honey. Lisha 1111. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Hey, Kerry Lynn. It needs to leave. I know. Mercury Retrograde is a pain in the ass. I'm telling you now. Your emotions are running high. Not only yours, everyone on the planet. Your devices are messed up, your Wi-Fi is messed up, you'll have problems with just everything. It's too much. And Mercury Retrograde happens, like, I think it's like 3 times a year, and for 3 weeks. You've got the 2 weeks phase of it before it comes into full, in fully, and then you've got the 2-week shadow part of it when it leaves and it goes back into retrograde. It's all insane. It's about planets aligning. I do astrology as well, so I feel all the time my Wi-Fi, my fridge and plugs are playing up all the time. All the time. It messes around with the emotions of everyone, the environment, the energy, everything. It's just all crazy. Are you doing any readings or just general chit chat? I'm just doing general readings. I'll probably be going live. I've got a couple of readings. Well, I'm always busy. If I get any free times, I'll do any free time. I will try and pull some cards like during the week. But anytime I come on live, it's because I've booked a day off. Anytime I come on my lives, it's because I'm not reading for anyone. I usually read 5 to 6 clients a day. That's an hour of my time. Energy, it drains my energy. I have to raise my vibration to connect to divine source, and I have to come back down. So it's hot. It's really tiring. So I've got to make sure that I get some time to recuperate. Guys, I just wanted to let you know, and I'm sure a lot of you already know this, when you want to clear out negative energy, you know what you need to do? Have a Himalayan salt bath. I'm not joking. It lasts for 2 days of cleansing the energy, and then usually on the 3rd day you can do it again, and it's just like a top up. So buy some Himalayan salt anywhere. You can get it from anywhere. Himalayan salt has crystals inside it, and what happens is it cleanses the energy. It cleanses your energy. It removes toxic and negative energy that you've picked up during the day. So I just wanted to say that I love you and hello. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Heather, I love you too, honey. Thank you for being here. I love you too. So anytime you guys feel like you're drained of energy, just remember, when you go out for your daily duties, working, shopping, taking the kids to school, being around different people, just picking up on energies from everywhere, call your energy back to you when you go to bed. Just visualize your soul just coming back to you from all of these places, because you will feel drained. You'll feel highly drained. Oh my God, I wish I could have sent you a picture, but I bought it and soak my... I'm telling you now, Stormy Sky. Oh God, I changed my filter again. Stormy Sky, guys, sharing is caring, yes? So I want to make sure that I share my knowledge with my family on here to clear out any negative emotions, energy. Because like I was saying, earlier, I'm doing that tomorrow. My legs feel funny. Kerry Lynn, go do that. I'm telling you, it's so good. Only coarse salt. Himalayan salt. I don't care if it's big chunks. I personally like salted ones. Like, let me get you what I have. Hold on 1 second. Okay, guys. So for those of you who are in the UK, I got this from Home Bargains. Hey, Rose, how are you, honey? I got this from Home Bargains in the UK. You can get this anywhere all over the world. Himalayan salt lamp. Himalayan salt. I even actually have a Himalayan salt lamp. I actually gave it to my daughter. The salt lamp that I have, it has a light in it, or you can put a candle in it. It cleanses out your energy, guys. I have a salt lamp in my living room. You can have it in your bedroom. It's very calming. They sell it at Tesco's as well. Yes. Is it Tesco? Yes. So Himalayan salt bath. There's the instructions. Fill up your bath however you like it. I like mine nice and hot. And just sprinkle some salt and then dip yourself in there for about half an hour. It cleanses your energy, guys. I'm serious. If somebody's been horrible or shady to you and you feel like this icky energy, Himalayan salt bath cleanses out negative energy. And Divine told me it lasts for 2 days. 2 days. So it's good to have it like twice a week. I think it's very good. While I'm going out, I'm going to look out for it. Yes, Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt has crystals inside it, so it cleanses the whole aura, the whole energy of your physical body, as well as crystals. I always show you my main crystals that I have, and I have selenite, This is the angel stone. Selenite is really pretty. I have selenite everywhere. Selenite lamp, selenite everything. But it's very good to cleanse out your energy. What can I use for bereavement, grief? You need to get yourself some rose quartz crystal. And if you can, buy some sweet grass and burn it, because it brings in positive energy. And it cleanses. And you need some Himalayan salt as well, and put it in your bath. Very good for cleansing, guys. Very, very good. I have Himalayan salt lamp next to my bed. I love it because the light, the salt lamp that I have, I can put a candle inside it, like a tea candle, like one of these candles, and the light from it is very cleansing. How often do you need to cleanse? Divine told me at least every 3 days, having a bath with Himalayan salt lamp. It clears your energy. And it's because if you pick up on anything, Bermuda is very damp. Himalayan salt lamp does not work here. Keep wet and shorten out. Oh, okay. I can imagine it being very hot there. But I don't know how you're going to do that. But I'm telling you now, it does. If you've got it in a bag like this, keep it in the fridge. I don't know. If you buy Himalayan salt and you keep it in the fridge to keep it, if it's too hot where you are, then do that. But it really does cleanse the energy. I just want to show you what it looks like. So it's pink, and it's the pink Himalayan salt. Now, you know the pink Himalayan salt lamp that I had? When I bought it, I was like, this ain't salt. And then I went, and it was salty to rotted. It was salty. It was as salty as anything I ever tasted in my life. It was so salty. But I love the idea of the bath. Yes, I'm telling you, Ashay, put it in your bath. Put it in your bath. If it gets damp and muggy and it always gets wet because of the humidity, I get it. Put it in your fridge. It is very calming. Yes. I have loose salt. This is from my lamp. What crystals can I use for sleeping? I like lapidolite. Lapidolite is a very good crystal. Citrine is a good crystal to have under your pillow, and rose quartz is very good to have under your pillow. Do not put a rose quartz crystal under your pillow, guys. This cleanses the energy of your house, yes, but it also amplifies the energy. So when I put this under my pillow, I astral traveled to all over the galaxies. My soul was going everywhere. And when I jumped back into my body, I felt like I was in the gym for like 44 hours. So it's like, you have this in your house. It's good to have in the house. But I'm telling you now, if you sleep with this in you're going to travel and you're going to feel knackered. And it's great to travel, but sometimes the physical body needs to rest. Can you use normal salt? I think you can. The body's made up of salt as well, but I would definitely recommend Himalayan salt, because Divine told me it cleanses out the energy. It brings your aura back to normal. So Kerry Lynn, lapidolite, citrine, rose quartz, but you can Google what crystal is good for sleeping. When my mum and my daughter kept on having bad dreams, I had a little bag and I put some crystals in it and I just let them sleep. I put it under their pillowcase, inside their pillowcase, and they never had any more bad dreams. Cleanse your crystals before you get them. The quickest way to cleanse your crystals is to blow on them. You put your life force energy into it. Anyone who's touched it, the life force energy comes out. You put your energy and welcome it home. Crystals are so good to have. How can you change communication with Lisha 1111? The other day you pulled a card for me and mentioned that I'm blocking communication. How can I change that? Be open, surrender. Don't try. When you try to communicate, when you're trying, I want this information, it's supposed to be effortless. It's supposed to flow in really, really easily. If you've already got Kerry Lynn, if you've got a rose quartz already, you need to wear one closer to your heart, put it under your pillow and leave it there. Also buy some Palo Santo and some sage. Cleanses the energy. Hi, Ivy. I've fallen asleep. Your voice was so calming. You think my voice was calming? Oh my God, my mother would say otherwise. Even my daughter. I love that, but thank you. Hi, don't give a fuck. How are you? One of my family on here. I wish I knew your name. I have citrine. Right. So with citrine, go and wash it under the tap, blow on it, set the intention to the stone. I want you to fulfill your purpose of cleansing and healing, and I want you to fill me with good dreams. Set the intention to your crystal. Tell your crystal what to do, and it will listen to you. Crystals have energy. So let me tell you a little story about crystals and how crystals have serious energy to it. I was watching on YouTube James Van Prague, psychic medium, and Kelly White. And this woman was talking about how she bought this humongous, massive crystal. And the lady who bought the crystal was saying to her mum, where shall I put this crystal? I don't know whether I want it to be in the living room or if I want it to be inside the bedroom. Now, they were undecided about where they wanted to put this crystal. Do you know what the crystal did? The crystal fell, snapped into two. One half of it went into the living room and the other half stayed put. So the crystal wanted to be half in the living room and half in the main hallway. So crystals, you can feel the energy. You'll just know if it's your crystal. You feel something. It feels good. Take it with you when you do that. You're also drawn to a crystal as well. Sending love and light. Hey, don't give a fuck. What is your name? Can you put amethyst under your pillow? You can. But amethyst is a very powerful crystal. You will travel with amethyst as well. It is good. For some people, they say, Anna, I travel with amethyst. For some people, they're good with it. For me, I'm okay with it. I do a bit of traveling with amethyst. I think everyone should have amethyst in their house. Everyone. Amethyst is not only protecting, it's grounding and it's lucky. So I would definitely recommend amethyst. Etsy. Psychic Tree on Instagram, very nice place to buy crystals. I think the best crystals actually is in America. Hey Elise, how are you? Pia, hey honey. Could I use Himalayan salt to sprinkle around my business place, or should I dissolve it in water to cleanse? I would sprinkle that. Even normal salt around your area. I mean, as protection, I would definitely use Himalayan salt, and I would definitely use normal salt. When I move into a new property, I'm totally sorry, I always talk about other things when I'm supposed to come on here talking about the other thing. When we move into a new house, my mum has lemon, salt and rice. Lemon to cleanse all the windows, the doorstep, and then salt she sprinkles in all the four corners of the house, on all the corners of the windows, and rice to give offerings to the loving light energy in the house. That's a Filipino thing. I don't know if anyone else has their own way of doing it, but that's what my mum does. My best friend, who is St. Lucian Ghanaian, she does the same thing, salt and lemon. So I would definitely use Sam. I would definitely use salt and Himalayan salt, and always set your intentions when you're sprinkling. So yeah, maybe that's the problem with my legs. I've done a video on star signs and what they govern, so you can give that. I can't remember which one it is. I think I put a title onto it, but I did a live where I let you know what star sign governs what. Like if you're a Sagittarius, you'll have a problem with the lower part of your back, that kind of thing. Oh God, there you go. Whole lemon or slices. I cut it. I just cut it, and then I would like sprinkle it. My mum would sprinkle it, cleansing. If you have any broken mirrors in your house, guys, you need to put some lemon on it and then throw it away, because having anything broken is not good luck. It's an old, my grandmother is very wise and she would tell me these things. So, you know, I had a client that said to me, you know, I keep on having really bad dreams. I dream of the dead. I keep dreaming of, I'm having nightmares. And I said to her, do you have a table opposite you? Or do you have like, so I'll draw a picture and I'll show you what I asked her. And because I said to her, do you have a table opposite your bed? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, when you lie down, is there a corner pointing to you? Yeah. So let me just explain to you what I mean. And it's so weird because I put that theory to the test and it was so true. So I said to her, if you have a bed and you have a corner table or something like this where there's a point and you are in line with the corner of this table, you will have nightmares. I don't know why. My grandmother told me this and I didn't believe it, and it was true. In my old house, I kept on dreaming about dead people. I kept on dreaming that I was in a house with the dead, and I'm talking about not like the lively dead. I'm talking about like the dead bodies, and I didn't know what that was. It scared the life out of me. It was horrible. And my mum was like, do you not remember what your grandmother said? If you're sleeping at a corner, if you're sleeping on the corner or something, then you're gonna have nightmares. And I thought to myself, right, I'm gonna move my bed. I have nothing to lose. I can't stand these dreams. When you have nothing to lose, you do everything you can to not have these horrible dreams. So what I did was I moved my bed. Never had a nightmare again, ever. So if you've got a corner, feng shui, guys. So if you've got a corner, if you've got a bed and you've got something like this, a table or a stand, and you're in line with this thing, you will have nightmares. Oh, go look. Carrie Lynn, go look, man. Oh my God, I have a broken mirror. Just, if you've got holy water, sprinkle some holy water on there. Do the sign of the cross on it. Because you want to put positive energy. When I go to bed, I cover my mirrors because mirrors are portals. And I don't like when I wake up and then seeing my reflection in the nighttime. Don't like it. So I cover my mirror. Laura, you keep dreaming about your dead best friend. Well, first of all, she's not dead. She's more alive than we are. And if you keep dreaming about her, she's visiting you. She wants to talk to you. She's always alive in my dreams, and then I wake up and really good. These dreams, when our loved ones who have crossed over to the other side, we dream about them. That's a visitation. People will say, no, it's just a dream, and they start to rationalize everything, and it's like, no, it's not a dream. That's the only way they can communicate with you, because in your waking life you're worried about everything, something, and what happens is they can't talk to you because you're too in your rational brain. When you are calm and you're steady and you're just at peace and alignment with your day-to-day, divine can talk to you quickly, easily. It's so easy to do that. But everyone's in their monkey mind. Everyone's always in their monkey mind. Hi, Dee. Definition of madness. Though you don't need to be here, Ragnar. You don't need to be here if that's how you feel. Sorry for that. Sending you love and light, honey. I always dreamt at a huge party, but I know no one is there. Ken. A huge party, but I know no one is there. I always dreamt that I was sitting on top of a roof and everywhere is flooded. There are no souls. It's just me. And I'm sitting on a roof by myself and everything is just water everywhere. It's like the tsunami came, hit everything, and I was the only survivor. It was horrible. Horrible. I also had a dream that the stars were coming out of the sky and hitting Earth planet and destroying everyone. That's not a nice dream to have when you're 8 years old. Kimberly, I never have dreams of my son or my sister. If you're still in the grieving, they can't get through. You will always grieve your loved one. There is no time limit to grief. But you have to remember that once you're in that happy state of mind, you're living your life. Guys, when you lose someone, they live vicariously through your eyes. You need to start living. You need to start being happy. And then you start to see them, start seeing signs and symbols. I'm telling you now, if you don't dream of your loved ones, it's because you're too much in the ego mind. You're still in the grief process. Your loved ones want to live vicariously through you. They can't get through you when your vibration is low. They're at a very high frequency, so you got to match theirs. Don't forget that. I dreamt of I dreamt of earthworms all over. I dreamt of earthworms all over. Oh God, where are you? I lost you. Stormy sky. Dreams tell you things as well. I think Ken means he's a huge party, but he doesn't know anybody at the party. Probably. Nazra. Probably. If I'm saying your name right. Sorry. Is this a collective reading? Ice Queen, hey honey, I'm not doing any readings. I just wanted to talk about, I was on live earlier and I wanted to talk about a relationship that I was in a couple of years ago, and I knew that this person was from a past life and how all the signs connected the dots. It was insane. You're welcome, Kimberly. I send you love, honey. Okay. Dreamt of my ring finger cut off the joint top section. Do you want to get married or do you not want to get married? Okay. We've got a couple of people in here. Hey butterfly dragon. It is afternoon here in the UK. It is getting dark. Okay. Let me get to the story now. So this is story time. This is the whole reason why I'm on here, because I wanted to talk to you about past life soulmate connections. And this started, so get your teas and your coffees and your snacks or whatever, because this is going to be a crazy one. The last time I told the story, one of my people, my family on here was going, hurry up and get to the point. And I was like, no. I have to build the momentum, because I've got to let you know what I went through. You want to get married, then you need to get rid of any insecurities about any future relationships. If you're in a loving connection right now, don't put any past insecurities, Nazareth, on your current relationship. If you're single and you want the love and you want the connection, don't have any insecurities about any new people coming in. Hi Yvonne, don't have any insecurities. You said it's a message when I see feathers, but coins, numbers. 100% it is messages. I'm in a beautiful relationship now, right? So there's a good chance that you're going to get married. So just remember, bring all that love energy into it. No insecurities. No, is he going to hurt me? Is this person going to cheat on me? None of that. Go into it with a beautiful mindset. Thank you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. Thank you for being with me. Okay, so I'm going to tell you my story, and I don't even know where to start. So earlier I was talking about how I was connected to Frida. I believe in a past life I was Frida. One day I picked up this was in my live video. I've just loaded Yolanda. Hey honey. I've just loaded the video that I did this morning onto my YouTube, and I talk about, because if this doesn't make sense to you, go and watch this morning's one and it will make sense to you. So the story is so long, guys, and I just hope that you have the patience to listen to me about past life and connections. You're literally the only soul on TikTok. That is legit. I love you, Nazra. Thank you, honey. Hey Yolanda, how are you, hun? All right, here we go. So this morning I was talking about how I felt like in a past life I was Frida. And the reason why I felt that was because there were too many things that connected the dots. And I didn't want to think, love the blonde. Thank you, Joel. I didn't want to, I connected the dots between me and Frida, but it wasn't, I didn't want to think that I was going insane. So I had to show the evidence that I had consumed to my daughter, my daughter's boyfriend, my 2 best friends. It was all a little bit too much. Joe. Hey, Joe. So I don't even know where to start. First of all, Frida. Frida is a Mexican artist. She is a beautiful painter, known way back in time. I can't exactly remember. I should know the story. I watched her story like 3 times on Prime. I paid for the movie. But it was too much. It was too much synchronicities in this thing. And then the names in real life to past lives, it's too much for my soul. Way too much. Frida's amazing. So amazing. So before I get into the story about Frida, I started painting maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. One day I was sitting in meditation and all of a sudden my guides was like, get a paintbrush and brush. I don't only feel like I was Frida, I also feel like she's a guide for me. And I started picking up a paintbrush, buying things, didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just started painting, and all of these paintings were amazing. For me, I felt like I could have done better. I need to add more. You're really critical of your own work, right? But with all of my family and my friends, they were like, this is amazing. I didn't even know you could paint. I was like, neither did I. She was amazing woman. So amazing. So that's how it started. I started painting. I didn't know where it came from. Now, I don't even know if I should tell you about, I've got to tell you about this guy. I don't want to say, well, his name's going to come out at the end of the day, but it's going to be really awkward because if he watches that, he's going to be like, oh my God, so you felt that way about me. It's so awkward. So Frida is married to, let me not go there. If all of you know who it is, don't say anything yet. Don't say anything yet. I was working at a laundrette about 6 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. I was working at a laundrette, and by the way, I didn't earn a lot of money there. I was earning like £30 an hour. I was doing like 12 hours a day, and can I say, it's not about the money, it was about being happy where you're at. That's why I'm saying do what you love to do. So I was a security guard earning amples a lot of money. I was making so much money. I was doing 12 hours a day and I hated it. I was a building security manager taking care of like 300 people. I memorized my building from top to bottom. I was meeting people like governors. I was meeting like really top people, and I hated it. No, my mum is Filipino and my father is from Brazil, and there's some sort of Italian in there with Spanish and all this other stuff. I don't even know what it is. All I know is that I say I'm half Filipino, half Brazilian, because that's where my parents are from. I probably will have a bit of Albanian in me. I wouldn't be surprised. When I have my hair straight, people think I'm Indian. Anyway, back to my story. So I'm managing 300 people as a security guard. I hated it. Making great money. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. And then I connected to my guides. I was like, what the hell am I going to do now? I can't do this work. I'm so unfulfilled by it. And then tarot, spirituality all kicked in. So I was in one of my jobs. I'm a kind of soul. I'm a Capricorn. I'm always moving. I'm always doing something different. I get bored really quickly, guys. I do. Tarot, never got bored of. I've been doing it for 10 years now, more or less 10 years. I had this intuitive connection since I was a child, but only started using it in my 30s. But anyway, so I'm working at the laundrette, washing people's pants, dirty pants, nasty bed sheets. I'm a Capricorn, and you just described me. And I always change my hair. I can't have one hairstyle. My hair, one day my hair is purple, I'm blonde, my hair is black, I'm short, I'm long. It's too much. So anyway, I'm working in the laundrette. Best job I ever had, washing people's pants, doing long hours. And this man walks in to the laundrette. Was just feeling this Capricorn, get bored, but loving tarot. So glad I found you, Rose of London. Thank God. I'm glad you found me too. I love you. So this man walks into my laundrette. I don't look at him, but I see him because he's like 6'2", and this man's got dreadlocks, and he smells of weed mixed with coconuts. So I told this story before, so if you guys are familiar with it, I'm so sorry for telling it again, but you know, you guys did say to me you want to hear it, for those of you who wanted to hear the story who hadn't. So he walks in. I don't look at him at this point because I'm serving everyone else. So yes, he smells of coconuts and he smells like weed. That's a good smell. It really is. Hi, Angela. Welcome. So he then walked. I'm really short. I'm like 5'4". Yeah, right. I'm like 5'4", and he's like 6'2". So then he comes in, and I'm not paying no attention to him. I'm just folding my pants. And then he comes up to me and he was like, "Can I have some change, please?" And he's got an accent. And I'm like, okay. Looking for new friends. Hi, Michelle. You're welcome here. I love you, honey. So I'm going in. I'm not looking at this brother. I'm just going into my back room to go and get some change. And then I'm giving him the change. And then we eye contact. I have my little, you know, those little ear pods, the very first iPhone ear pods. I bought my first set when I was working in security. I got it in my ear. I could talk to my friend all day long. No one knows I'm talking to anybody. So I got my best friend in my ear, and I'm now made eye contact with this guy. 6'2", beautiful skin, grey, sorry, grey, green, yellow eyes, just beautiful. I've never seen anyone. And by the way, he's a Taurus on the cusp of Aries. Kill me now. Anyway, so I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, and I'm turning around and I was like, Shiv, and I'm saying this to my mate who's in my ear, there is a really beautiful man in my laundrette and he's so fit. I don't know what to do. He's my soulmate. I can feel it. He's my soulmate. This is what I said. And then she was like, go talk to him. And I'm like, I ain't talking to him. I don't know what to say. I've been single for like 7 years at this point. I don't know how to talk to men because my mum says that you're really scary, Anna. And I'm like, thanks, mum. She's like, you've got this energy about you which is very dominating. Capricorns are the father of the zodiac sign. I do have that masculine thing about me where I like everything structured and then I like to control things. I can take care of myself. I don't need anyone to take care of me. That kind of attitude. I'm a Taurus cusp Aries. Oh, Lord of mercy. Ooh, you on fire. So she's like, go and chat to him. I was like, I don't know what to say to him. I'm not talking to him. He's making me nervous. I can't even look at him. I was telling her, I can't even look at him. And I was like, just stop talking in my ear. I'm going to go and give him his change. So I'm giving him his change. And then he has this massive, thick blanket. And he was like, do you want to keep this blanket? And I'm like, oh, but it's in really good condition. And he's looking at me. I ain't looking at your eyes because I feel like I'm going to melt. So I'm not looking at you. And I'm trying to be like all swaggy, like I'm cool, but I'm not because I'm old. And he was like, do you want to keep this blanket? And I was like, no, why don't you keep it? It's in good condition. And he was like, it's my ex-girlfriend's. And I was like, oh, you should probably burn it then. That's what I said. And my friend is in my ear cracking up going, you're an idiot. Is that your way of flirting? Really? And I was like, shut up, kind of thing. So anyway, he walks out. I'm having heart palpitations. I want to collapse on the floor because I know. And I said to her straight away, as soon as that man walks into my shop, that is my soulmate. He is my soulmate. And then she was like, I'm never going to see him again. And then she was like, isn't he coming back for his things? And I was like, oh shit, yeah, he is coming back for his things. So he leaves, but as he's walking out the window, he's watching me. So this is like a massive window. So we're both staring at each other as he's walking past, and then he disappears into the background, whatever. So I'm now thinking to myself, oh my God, we've made a connection. This is it. A couple of days later, I don't know how else to describe this. I'm back at work. I'm sitting there doing my studies, reading about crystals. And then my guides go to me, look up, look up. So I look up and he's standing across the way, and it is a sunny day, and I swear to God, the sun was shining behind him. He looked like this angelic being, this Rastaman angelic being. And I just thought to myself, damn. I was like, damn. Ooh. I didn't do anything about it because I'm here acting cool, yeah. And I'm like, all right, I'll go back to the back room, and I'm all fixing my hair like, if he comes in here, I need to look all right. But he's standing there. I go back to the front door. It's a summer's day. I've got my glasses on. He's standing across from me, and we're just looking at each other. We're not saying anything. We're just looking at each other. And I'm there thinking, come on, be man enough to come and chat to me. You can look at me and stare me down. Come and chat to me. Come and chat to me. He doesn't. It takes a couple of days later. I'm once again back at work. He's now riding on his bike. Hey man, I ride bikes too, yeah. So he's riding his bike. He pulls up and I'm on the phone to my best friend as usual. And I'm like, oh my God, Tron is outside. Oh my God, he's outside. He's outside. He's parked up outside. He's put his bike is outside. He's outside. And she was like, shut the F up. Shut the F up. Calm down. Be swag. And I was like, oh God, okay, cool, Anna. Be cool. Be cool. And I knew that I might see him now. So every day I go into work, I make sure that I look okay. He comes in. No, he doesn't come in. Sorry, forgive me. He knocks on the window. He's sitting on his bike and he's going, yeah, Rastaman calling me in like this. And I'm like, you come here. That's what I said to him. I was like, I ain't going out there. You come to me, bruv. So he gets off his bike and he opens up the laundrette and he was like, hi, are you all right? And he's got this accent, this Portuguese accent. And he was like, can I get your number? And I was like, no. I was like, no, I'll take your number though. And he was like, why you don't want to give me your number? And I was like, because I don't know you. Even though in my head I'm going, you are fit. You are my soulmate. I want you. That's all I was thinking. Yes, I know. I said no. I said no. Because I wanted to be like cool and, you know, collected. And I'm there thinking, he's younger than you. Be cool. So I'm like, no, it's okay. Give me your number and I'll call you. So he's writing a note now and he's writing his number and then he puts his name down. And I'll tell you what his name is when I get to the Frida story. If you know it, don't say it. And then he puts his name down and he writes on this note with his number, you are sexy. And I thought that was so cute. It's so cute. A little bit cliche, but really cute, whatever. Yeah, I know. I don't call this guy for 2 weeks because I'm still trying to act like I'm a gangster. Still trying to act like I'm a bad girl. So then I message him and I'm like, hey, you're right. And he was like, who's this? And I was like, the girl from the woman from the laundrette. And he was like, hey, you're right. Okay. And I was like, do you want to meet? Let's meet up and let's talk. And then he was like, okay, when are you free? I said, I'll meet you, blah, blah, blah. Because he lives like, right now, he lives probably about 20 minutes away. And I go, I'll drive to you. Where shall I meet you? So guys, this is a really important part of the story. So I need you to listen real well. I go and pick him up. He is looking as beautiful as ever. I'm blasting up my music in the car with him, driving like I think I'm some bad girl. We go to like a designated area and he then says to me, can I put some music on? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And he goes, I want you to listen to this song. And I thought that was really odd. But he was like, listen to this song. And I was like, okay. So he puts this song on in my car and it was Offset, Don't Lose Me. So I'm like, okay. So I'm telling my daughter this story after the date. My daughter was like, rah, so he's already assigning a song to you, mum. He's already like, you know, he's already giving you a song and you don't even know him yet. We kissed in the car. It was one of the best kisses. It was just like zing. We fused together. It was so amazing. But the song is very important. Offset, Don't Lose Me is very important because in the beginning of the song, he says a dedication to his missus. And but that will come to play later on. I will tell you how all the things are linked into each other. It's insane. Me and him have a little on-off. He's a Taurus, I'm a Capricorn. We're both earth signs. We're both stubborn. When he wants to meet me, I can't. When I want to meet him, he can't. He is a night owl. I'm like a morning person. So our times never ever met. We just couldn't do it. We probably met 5 times, but every time we met, there was an unbelievable familiarity, a connection, something that I've never ever felt in my whole life. Now, this man told me he was 28 years old when I met him. And at the time I was 37. And I'm thinking, yeah, okay, he looks like he's 28. He looks like he's in his 30s, but he's still beautiful. But he's telling me he's 28. At the time I'm 37. And I'm thinking this old bird managed to rail in a nice young buck. He never was very honest with me. And it was a little bit strange, but that's fine. A beautiful man like that, I wasn't expecting to marry him. I knew that he could possibly have many women out there. I didn't care. This is a beautiful man who was attracted to me. I was single for like 6 years at the time, 7 years. And it was just such a nice way to connect to somebody after such a long time of thinking no one will ever look at me, no one will ever want me, that kind of energy. It was horrible. But then he came along. Not only was he beautiful, but he was mysterious. He was just majestic. He was, everything about him was so sexy. The way that he walked, the way that he talked, it was just, he was so mysterious. I don't know how to even explain it. But anyway, our connection kind of separated for reasons that I don't want to say, because obviously I'm exposing certain things already and I don't want to do that. But now we're going to get to the Frida story. 2 years of separating from him, on and off, talking on WhatsApp, messaging on Instagram, nothing too serious. Shall we meet? Yes. And we don't meet. Something always came in to not, this connection, for it to not to come to pass. I don't know why, but the moments that we had together is something that I will always cherish in my life. He will never ever know what I felt, ever, unless he watches this. Okay, so my best friend Siobhan, she messages me and she was like, Anna, somebody is using your face and edited your face and made you look like Frida. So she sends me the picture and I'm like, okay. And then she was like, dude, look at her. She looks like you in this picture. This is insane. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, you need to, she's an artist, Anna, you know, she's an artist. You need to Google her. You're an artist as well. But I saw this picture and it's like somebody used your picture and edited it to make it look like it was Frida. And I thought to myself, I didn't really know what the big deal was. And I just thought to myself, I didn't pay no attention to Frida. I never thought about her in my whole life, ever. And then that day, something sparked up my curiosity. And I thought, okay, let me do some research on Frida. I knew that she was a Mexican painter. I don't even know how to say this. When I Googled who she was married to, it just happened that the man that she was married to is the name of the person that I had this connection with, that came into the laundrette. If you know the name, you can put it on there. So I thought that was really odd. And then I thought, this is so weird, Shiv. Her husband is the name of the man that's come into the laundry. This is really, really strange. So that already sparked up my, sparked up everything within me to do the research. Because I'm thinking, am I Frida? Is this another, am I meeting this man again, but in this lifetime? For what purpose? For what reason? So I'm doing my research on her and I got so intertwined with what was going on that I decided to rent Frida on Prime. And let me just tell you one thing. In the connection that I had with this man, I was so open with him, as well as being aloof, like standing back. At one point I said to him, let's get married. And I go, give me a son. This is what I stated to this man. And he was like, come get it. That was his reply. Typical young buck. I was like, give me a son. And he was like, come get it. That was his response. I should have known better, but that was his response. But I directly, specifically said to him during our connection, give me a son. So anyway, I go on to watch Frida. She's the painter. She's amazing. She's with this man called Diego. And I start watching this film. In the film, she gets pregnant and she loses a son. She has problems with her physical body. She got into an accident in Mexico, a bus ride where the bus tilted over and some pole went straight through her uterus, so she could not have any children. There was no possibility of her having children, but she did get pregnant with her husband and she lost the baby. So I thought to myself, it's so weird that when I had a connection with him, the first thing I said to him was, give me a son. And she lost a son from her husband who's got the same name as this guy that I met in the laundrette, my soulmate. So I thought that was really odd. But the most odd thing was the dedication of the song. In the beginning of the song, Don't Lose Me, he makes that dedication to his wife and he says, I want to apologize for being a terrible husband and for breaking my promise to God, breaking my promise to you. I want to do better. So he already made a dedication to me, and the first parts of the song before Don't Lose Me starts is, I want to apologize for being a terrible husband. I want to do better for breaking God's promise, for breaking your promise. It was so odd that he would dedicate that song to me on our very first date, sitting in the car, our very first kiss. It was really odd. And then in all the in-betweens of me saying, I want a son, to then painting, to then watching Frida and who Frida was married to, and then Frida losing her son. There was too many synchronicities that were intertwined in this connection. There was way too much connection. I just connected the dots to the point that when I found and linked all these synchronicities, I had to tell my daughter. I had to tell my best friends. I had to tell them, and they're like, this is really odd. The people that were intertwined in Diego and Frida's life. Frida had a sister called Christine. My best friend is called Christine. Or Christina is her sister. My best friend is called Christina, as well as Siobhan. I have two best friends. So it was so strange how everything was intertwined with each other. There's too many dots that were connecting. It was just too many things that it just... And the first time, and this is going to get a little bit hot now. The first time that Frida makes love to her man, she has a scar. And she said to him, I have a scar. The first time that I made my connection with him, I said to him, I have a scar. And he didn't care. He was not fazed by it one bit. He kissed my scars like they weren't disgusting, which made me feel great. The problem with our connection was that we've had so many lives like this in the past, and he was doing things that he shouldn't have done. If you know about Frida's husband, he was a cheater, always cheating, sleeping with so many women, and this was all lifetimes that has happened. And I believe that in this lifetime, I can't make that same connection with this man, because in the past it was so rocky and he had been with so many women, and I put myself there. I needed to love myself. I needed to put me first. I couldn't just have this relationship with somebody knowing that he was going to stray and then come back to me. That's not what I'm about. I'm looking for a commitment. I'm looking for a long-term relationship. I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for a father, the father of my son and my daughter. That's what I was looking for. That's what I am looking for. So I knew, even though every fiber in my body wanted to connect to this person in every way, because it was a connection that I've never felt in my life. But I knew that I had to cut the cord, which is why I always say to all my girls, even my girls on here who have a connection where it's so tumultuous, it's so rocky, you do so much for this person and they don't give you half of the energy that you give back to them. I write my letter because it really helped me to write a letter and cut the cord. Not a letter of blame to this person. I'm so glad I met you. I know that you can't give me the things that I'm looking for, but I released you past, present and future from my life, and I send you away with love and light, and then I burn it. And anytime I think of this person, I write the letter and I burn it again, because you're surrendering that situation to the divine source and they'll take care of it for you, because you can't help love who you love. And I had so much love built up for this man and I don't know where it came from. So what I had to do was get a reading from a friend of mine, my friend of mine who's also a psychic and a medium, and because I can't read for myself, and I said, I need to talk to you about a connection that I have with this person. I need to know who this person is in my life. I know that I was married to him. I could feel it. Even my guides was like, you're married to him. You're married to him in a past life. This is a past life connection. This is a soulmate connection. But I as much as I trusted my loved ones, my guides and my angels, I needed a physical confirmation. So I had a reading done where I was told, this is a past life connection. We've had many lifetimes together. He's come in to teach me how to break the cord, to love myself. If you was to connect with this person, it will be the same loop. Do you remember the loop that we was talking about this morning? Why do I keep attracting the same kind of people? Why am I attracting the same kind of partner where they treat me like crap? It's because we need to learn from our past lives mistake as well as the past. Mom, that's my delivery. Sorry. So you have to learn to cut the cord. Anytime you meet somebody here which feels like a soulmate connection, and that there's, as beautiful as it feels, the energy is off, it means there is definitely a soulmate connection there, but you need to learn how to cut the cord. Don't make the same mistakes as you did. I knew that if I was to be with this person now, it's low vibrational energy because of the things that he does, the things that he did in his life. I kept on coming back. I wanted to go back. There was always that strong pull. Not anymore. Now I love him and I can think about him without being angry at myself. When I got my reading done from my friend who was a psychic medium, he said everything is leading to past lives. You've known this person from a past life. This has been the same situation. The love connection is so strong. Like the connection between you two is so strong. He can feel it too. I realized that he could feel it too when he dedicated that song to me. He felt it too. He just didn't understand what it is. Also, Frida and her husband are years apart. There is seriously big age gap between Frida and her person and her husband. A big age gap. And guess what? The man told me he was 28 years old when I was 37. I found out later on when I was stalking his Instagram that he was actually 23 at the time. I was 37. He was 23. Man looks like he's 38 for sure. 28 for sure. He looks like he's older than his age. And he lied about his age. And I said to him, he actually admitted to me, he said to me, you know, I lied about my age. Why did you do that? And he said to me, because I knew if I told you how old I was, you would probably not have me. He was wrong, because I would have definitely had him. He was so wrong. And I thought to myself, you didn't need to lie. You could have told me that. So you will always know when there's a soulmate connection. You just know. Whether it's good, whether it feels good at the time and then it gets bitter, it means you need to separate from the connection. because you don't want to go through the same experiences that you had in that past life with them, because you'll have to come in again and do it again. And his lifestyle doesn't match up to the same as mine. Not that mine is any better. However, I am doing spiritual work, and he's all about the making the money, dealing with people that I personally wouldn't deal with. So you just know, though I need to separate the connection. How will you know? You feel it. You just listen. He came into my laundrette and never met this man before. I looked into his eyes and I told my best friend, that is a soulmate. I know he's my soulmate. I know I've known him from a past life, only to gather up all of this information during the 3 years to find out that he is my soulmate and that we were married in a past life, confirmed by another psychic medium. Even though my guides were like, you're married to him. You're married to him. You've known him through many lifetimes. You go back, way back. You just know. You know immediately. Angela, yes, you know immediately. Yvonne, how do you know? You just know. You just know. And you know what? It doesn't matter the age. A soul is a soul at the end of the day. And it's the soul recognition that you have with that person. There's a familiarity. There's something comfortable about that person. Now, when I got my reading, I was stating, I love him so much. I don't know him. I don't know him. I met him 5 times, but I love him so much, and I don't understand why I love him the way I do, and I don't know him. I feel like I want to protect him. I want to keep him safe. I don't want any harm to come to him. I know I don't express myself that way, so he wouldn't know if I felt for him. I wouldn't know if he ever felt for me, because we always kept our connection like, I'm the dominant one, you're the dominant one, I'm the dominant. We always had this ping pong of who's the dominant one. So we never ever showed that tenderness, the thing that we actually felt. The only time we ever felt that tenderness is when we were doing the love thing, when we were making love. That's the only time that I ever felt that deep connection. I felt it throughout, but he never knew, and he would never know again unless he watches this. I hope to God he doesn't. But it's like you just have that knowing. You just can feel it. You just know that that is a soulmate connection. There is nothing, there's no second guessing it. It's just a knowing. You just know. And he said to me, when I was having my reading from Brian, he said to me, he's fighting it too. He's feeling it too. He can feel the connection between the both of you. You have known each other in past lives. The connection between you two is so strong. Like the passion between you two is so unbelievably strong. And sometimes when it's so powerful, it's hard to cut the cord. That's why I always continue to write letters, cutting the cord, burning 2 candles at the same time, one being him, one being me, just cutting the cord. I need to cut the cord because I feel like I can't have my energy fixated on that person, because they distract me. That love, that connection that I had distracts me from what I'm supposed to be doing, which is helping the masses. So I had to disconnect. I had to. As much as I love him, and I love him still, I love him from a distance. And I said to him, I said to Brian, why do I love him the way I do? It makes no sense. I don't know him. And he goes, it's because of all the love that you've built up for him in all the past lives. In all the past lives that you've had, it's all the love that you've gathered, that you brought with your, because the soul doesn't forget. Your soul has blueprints. It has the memory of all your past lives. If some of you are scared of heights, or you're afraid of water, or you're afraid of the dark, you're scared of spiders, and you don't know why, this is all to do with past life experiences. So that's why I didn't understand the level of love. He goes, the level of love that you have for him is the level of love that you've built up during past life, the love that you've connected, the love that you felt for each other. It's all built up from past lives, and you've carried it. It's a soul blueprint. It's imprinted to my soul. That's why when I was with him, I didn't want him to go. I had to act like I was this cool person, but inside me, girls, you know what we're like. You want to say something, but you don't, because you're afraid that it might not be reciprocated. And you're thinking, if I say something, I'm going to expose myself, I'm going to get hurt. But the way what I've learned when it comes to a love connection, fuck it. Just say it. Say it so you're not wasting any time. That's how I feel now. Now I don't care. I have no time to waste. Once I have another soulmate connection with anyone that comes in, I'm going to tell you straight. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. Are you on the same wavelength as me? Or are you thinking about messing around with other people? Because if you are, you got to go. Because I don't have time for this. I'm looking for a love connection. A love that I can be ugly and horrible and show all my worst qualities, and this person is not going to run away from me. That's the connection that I'm looking for. That's going to love me for my good and my bad. I am in a separation phase right now. I send this person love and light. I wish this person well. By the way, he's also an artist as well, believe it or not, but he is an artist as well. Like Frida's person. Give me 1 second, guys. Frida's person was also an artist. So too many things connected the dots. It was too much. It was uncanny. There was too many things. But you just know, you'll just know your soulmate. You just can feel it. Sometimes a soulmate, you're not supposed to be with the person that is a soulmate connection. You've had a soul contract and a soul agreement on the other side to come back, experience what you experienced in a past life, but to learn from it and move forward. Sometimes a soulmate is not a good connection for you. Sometimes soulmates can bring out the worst quality in you, and you've got to learn something about yourself in order for the soul evolution, the soul to grow. I've had a similar experience. Joe, I've had a similar experience. I just thought it was my twin flame. Twin flame dynamic is really hard, guys. So hard. If you think a soulmate connection is bad, a twin flame is even worse, because you have to go through the dark night of the soul. Your person has to go through the dark night of the soul, and then you come together, you go through the dark night of the soul together, and if you can complete all of that, then you found your soulmate for life and your twin flame for life. But you do have many soulmates. My best friend is my soulmate. You can have many soulmates, and they can come in any shape and size, any. My boyfriend, butterfly dragon, butterfly underscore. My boyfriend, when we met, it was like we known each other for years, and we had just met at that time. You just know, that's a soulmate connection. Your question. You question how and why you have these deep feelings with this person and you don't know. It's a level of love that you've built up throughout lifetimes. The internet. Sorry about the internet connection. Sorry. I'm so ready to cut the cord that keeps me bonded. If you don't cut the cord, it's hard to move forward. And anytime you have a connection going forward, you're going to have that past insecurity. You need to write a letter, and it's not a letter of blame. Ladies and guys, if you want to cut the cord from a soulmate connection, send them away with love and light. No blame in the letter. This is not about blame here, because every person that comes into our life is teaching us something, teaching us more about ourselves, so our souls can grow and evolve. So in my letter, I always write, dear whatever, thank you for coming into my life. You taught me the things that I needed to learn. I've learned about myself. Thank you for giving me the love that you gave me and for teaching me this, that, and the other. But I need to cut you away from my past, present, and future. And I send you away with love and light. Always send them away with love and light. No low vibrational energy, no hate, no anger towards them. Just send them away. Even if they hurt you, the worst case scenario, send them away with love and light. Always do things in love and light. How can you distinguish between Nat, whether it's supposed to be a platonic soulmate or a romantic? Hell, listen, you'll know when it's a romantic one. You just know. You know. When there is a romantic connection, I could not look into this man's eyes, because I felt like anytime I looked into his eyes, I felt like I don't know how to describe it, but it was just, I melted into his eyes. I know that sounds so corny as hell, but it was like, I can't, and it was, the attraction was so, it was too much. It's too much for anyone to handle, right? It's like an atomic bomb kind of a connection. And then when it's just you and your person alone, it's like a big massive nuclear bomb. Yes. That's how it was. So you will know between a platonic soulmate or a romantic, you will know, because the connection that you feel when you look at this person, you just want to rip off their clothes. That is a romantic connection. My soulmate passed, and it's been so hard to let him go. Well, your soulmate, Denise, is going to find the right person for you. Do you know what I love about souls on the other side, especially if we lose like a husband or a wife or a girlfriend or a boyfriend? They have a tendency to concoct up a little plan to send someone to you going forward. Always happens. Always happens. It always happens. So the right person will come at the right time. First, you've got to heal the pain, heal what has been broken. I've been low-key heartbroken for years. So have I, Joe. So have I. That my first connection with my daughter's dad smashed me into a million pieces. I was not only a broken woman, I was a broken soul. I took the beatings, physical, slept out on the streets, no money, physical pain caused upon my daughter at 5 months old, violent relationship. That man broke me. I was smashed like a china vase into billions of pieces, and I spent the best part of 20 years gluing myself back together until I found spirituality and tarot. I get it. But do you know what? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You evolve from any pain, whether it's in a relationship or if it's in family or it's at work or it's at school. Anything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And when you go through these really tumultuous times in your life, you've come in to teach. You're coming in to be a healer, a teacher. From separation phase and now healing. Good. Joe, I send you love, honey. Which I think was my dark night of the soul. Listen, without the dark, there is no light. Without light, there is no dark. Without the yin, there is no yang. Without the feminine, there's no masculine. Without masculine, there's no feminine. You have to go through the dark, go through the shit in order to see the light. And if it doesn't kill you and you survived all the tumultuous stuff that goes on in your life, you're a survivor. You can survive anything and anything. To learn to heal and love myself is the most important thing. Self-love. How do I find out if my partner is my soulmate? You just know. And let me tell you, I read a lot of people, guys. I've read thousands of people, privately and on TikTok. And I always state this question. Somebody goes, I know I'm with my soulmate. And I'm like, yeah? And they go, oh yeah, I know I'm with my soulmate. I go, why? Do you have butterflies in your stomach? They're like, every time. I'm like, do you get all giddy and you're like, oh my God, you get all nervous, and then you go into the mirror and you're all fixing your hair up and you're trying to make yourself look so good, and you're just so like this butterfly energy in your stomach. And then they're like, yeah, that's it. That's exactly how I feel. And I'm like, yeah, that's not your soulmate. And they're like, huh? And I'm like, that's not your soulmate. What do you mean? A soulmate connection is someone where you feel so comfortable, where you don't feel like you have to put on your makeup or your best clothes, where you could 100% be yourself and feel so comfortable around that person. You feel like you're at home. There's no nervousness when you're with a soulmate. It's just you are connected. You don't look at the aesthetics, because this skin, it doesn't matter. The skin is just holding, this body is just holding our soul for this journey. So it's the soul that you're supposed to be attracted to. It's the soul that intertwines you together. So if you're with someone that makes you feel nervous, that makes you feel anxious, that you feel like you have to make yourself look good in order to be around them, that you have to change your personality, change your ways, change who you are to make them like you or love you, that is not your soulmate. That is a teacher to teach you. If you don't know how to accept me for who I am, good and bad, you're just my teacher. Thank you for the lessons. It's time to go. How do I find out of my partner? You just know. Yolanda, you know. This person uplifts you. Soulmates, by the way, they cheerlead you on. They don't put you down and go, you need to lose a bit of weight, or criticize your every move or what you do and what you say. No. Your soulmate is a cheerleader. Your soulmate lifts you up when you're down. When you fall, they're the ones to carry you. You don't have to look beautiful and magnificent every time you're around them. No, because if you feel like you have to do it, they on some level have made you feel like I have to look a certain way or I have to act a certain way in order so that person will love me. Hell no. God created you perfectly. You don't need to change a thing. If they don't like you for the way you are, bye. Love and light. Goodbye. I just remembered I am still learning. My past two husbands cheated and have kids outside of marriage. Lessons. Yvonne, you were meant to connect with these people to learn lessons. And it also, there are so many levels to soulmate connections and why people come back, past life connections. You may have hurt these two people in a past life. And in this lifetime, you've come back to balance the karmic scales. So people always say to me, why does all this shit happen to me? Why does everything always go wrong? You're balancing out the scales. You may have done that to somebody in a past life. And in this life, karma is balancing out. This is why I always say, guys, treat everyone with love and light, kindness, kind words, kind thoughts, kind deeds, because it will follow you in another life. It doesn't matter if you're born into a next life. Your karma is not forgotten. You come back with your karma, good and bad. Your karma will always follow you throughout your lifetimes. Trust me. I've never felt that connection with anyone. Sharan, you will, honey. And when you do, your mind is going to be blown. How do I know that he's the one? You can feel it, Angela Glow. You just know. What you will do for that person, you will take a bullet for that person. You will do anything you can to protect and love that person. The actions that you will do for your person, that person will do the same for you. That is how you know you're in a soulmate connection. If they love you the same level as you love them, you don't expect anything when you give your love. You don't expect anything back. You just give because it feels good to give. It makes you good to feel love. If you are that kind of person, that's the kind of person you are going to bring into you. If that person, if you feel like you have to overly do something for someone to get their attention, you know, guys, if there's any guys on here, let me give you some word of advice. We just want your attention. Just a bit of attention. Pay attention to us. Tell us that we're beautiful. Do something kind. Do something lovely for us. The smallest things count, guys. The smallest things. These are for all my men out there. Attention. Women want attention. We like the attention. We don't have to tell you what to do. Just give us the attention. A hug. Some flowers. Chocolates. Run a bath. I don't care. Take her out. Just do that. And this is for both sexes, I feel. For the women, attention. I know that women, we're like the mothers, We're the ones who hold the children. So we've got that motherly instinct about us anyway, even if you feel like you don't. So we've got that natural ability to be nurturing to our men, our husbands. We want to cook for them. We want to clean for them. We want to massage their nasty feet, whatever. Yeah, we are very nurturing. So we have it embedded into us either way. So still learning my loop, a nightmare. You need to cut the cord. Current husband, 10 years, done the same thing. You need to stop going into that cycle, and you need to start putting you first. Yvonne, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm so sorry to hear that. I wish you love and light. I've been told he's blessing me to move on. Yes. You're going to have someone, Denise, someone's coming towards you. Trust me. Angela, Glow, I tend to give love and care to everyone. That's what you're here to do, honey. You're a healer. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. We're here to heal and to give love. We're here to receive love. It's not just giving, giving, giving. You have to make sure that you receive some love as well. You deserve it. We all deserve it. We all deserve a love connection. Do not settle for less, guys. Do not ever settle for less, because you're worth more than you think. Much more than you think. Just saying. But people don't see that. People say I'm not worthy. I've heard people say, Divine, bless me with whatever you think I deserve. No, don't say that. You tell God and you tell your angels and your guides and your loved ones exactly what you want. And when you state what you want in your manifestations, in your prayers, end it with this. This or something better. So state to the divine source, to the God source, to whoever it is that you believe in, that's the source of love. Tell the divine what you want in detail. And visualize and feel what it would feel like to actually have those things. And then always state when you manifest, when you write your manifestations, when you say your prayers, please guys, always add this to the end of your manifestations. This or something better. Adventurous Sammy Earhart. I have to know if I'm supposed to stay away or try to fix my relationship with Ricky. Amy, there has to be two people fixing the relationship, honey. It cannot just be one. It takes two to tango. If you are trying to fix the relationship by yourself and Ricky is not, his heart isn't in it, you need to start doing some self-love. You need to take care of you. You come first. And even if you wanted to fix that relationship, you give it your all. Give it, people say give it 100%. A commitment and a relationship is 50-50. You have to balance. It has to be a balance thing. If one is giving more than the other, this is not a balanced connection. If you're the only one who's trying to fix this connection, leave. It's not right. You have to do 50-50. Yeah, but single and far from negative people for the time now. After 13 years of physical violence. Hell, girl, I hear that. Angela Glow, I get it. I get the physical violence thing, trust me. I've had my throat put up to the wall and I pissed myself because I thought that he was going to kill me. Oh, I don't like going back there. But he punched my face, hit my stomach for some silly little argument. I'm already on the floor. Man gets a broom and hits me on my back. Man down. I'm already down, man. Why are you getting a broom and hitting me? I'm already knocked down. You already put me on the floor. Why are you still hitting me with a broom? I'm not doing any readings today, honey. I'm just talking. I get the violence thing. I get it. But you know what? When I think of him, I send him love and light. And I thank God that he did what he did, because it made me stronger. It taught me to teach my daughter, no one is allowed to put their hands on you. You are a divine child of God, and you need to be in a connection where somebody loves you for everything that you are. You don't have to stay in a violent relationship. You're not here to satisfy somebody's fist or somebody's hand. Someone puts their hand on you, you go. You go. Forgive them, because they do not know. For they do not know any better. They are loving. It's love language. Maybe they were treated horribly in the past. They're in a violent home. You always have to go deeper than just what you see. Send him love and light, but go. You do not need to be in an abusive relationship with anyone. It's not right. It's not right. What can I do if I have some career issues and feel like life has just stand still for so long? Ajay? Is it Ajay? Honey? If you are in a career where you have issues, your soul is telling you something. Listen to your soul. If you're staying in a workplace where you just don't... Sorry, my kettle's boiling and my mum's not turning it off. Hello? Lot of mercy. If you are in a job, this is what I stated in the beginning. If you're in a job and you don't feel great, you need to reevaluate your situation and go. I'm sorry. Do something that you love to do. People always said to me, there's no money in painting, there's no money in this, that, and the other. Don't listen to people. You go with what your soul tells you to do. If you're not happy in the current position that you're in your workplace, go. Stop wasting time. Life is too short. I've had my head bashed against a dashboard. I mean, it's like, really, I hate violence, and violence is never the way. Where is this woman? Hello? Oh. Kerry Lynn, you had your head bashed up against the dashboard. Love and light to him, man. What goes around comes around. I pissed myself too out of fear. Yeah, I did. Adventurous Sammy, I did. He grabbed my neck and he held me up against the wall, and I thought he was going to kill me, and I pissed myself. I thought I was dead, and my daughter at the time was about 5 months old. You know, you get to breaking points in a violent relationship, in a violent connection, where you're like, the fear turns into absolute pissed off anger, where this person that's putting their hands on you just is so small that you just know you can take them with every fiber in your body. And when he did that to me, it wasn't, listen, you could put your hand on me, you can beat me, you can do whatever you have to do. Do what you got to do. If that makes you feel good, go and bash me until I'm dead. But when you touch my child, now this is something different. Yeah? So we have an argument. He throws hot chocolate on my daughter's face. She's 5 months old. Prior to this, he would shake her because she was crying. And I was so afraid to go and do anything because I'm feeling like he's going to crack my skull open. But it gets to a point where you just see red. And I turned into the devil that day, because it's already bad enough that you're putting your hands on me, but now you're touching my daughter who's 5 months old. Are you insane, bro? So I lost it. And I said, I looked up at the sky and I said, and this is going back, I was a teenager. I love him, love and light to him. Without him, I would never have my baby. I send him away with love and light. And I hope to God that he's happy and he's at peace. And he has a family and he's a good home and he's learned his lessons. I hope so. But back then, I was all about ready to go into prison. I'll go prison because this man is insane. He threatened to kill me, threatened to kill my mum, threatened to kill my daughter, threatened to kill my whole family. And I said earlier on, I was like, why are you threatening to kill everyone? Why don't you just kill yourself? And it was not even a nice thing to say, but that's what the situation that I'd been in. I felt bad for him because he didn't have his mum, he didn't have his dad. His mum died at a young age, his dad abandoned him, he was put into a homeless shelter. So I have to consider all of the facts of why a person is the way they are. Hurt people hurt people. Do you see how hard it is to try to forgive somebody that bashed you in? But you have to. You have to forgive that person who hurt you, not because of you, not because of them, but to release yourself from them. Forgiving is what releases you from that low vibrational energy. Do you have any classes to teach tarot? So I will do it next year. Butterfly dragon, I will. Do you teach about tarot or psychic connections? I do. I will next year. Bless your heart, you gave me my answer. Yeah, listen, we're strong. We survived it, yes? We survived that beating. "16 years, instant blue eyes." You can go through anything. Kerry Lynn, if you went through that, there ain't nothing that you can't handle, honey. Nothing. You can handle it all. And I still believe in love. That is how I know that you are such a divine, beautiful soul, that when someone goes through so much pain and still believes in love, a woman of my own heart. Amy, love and light. Yes, Amy. Everyone who goes through this kind of stuff, it really just makes you stronger. Feel you, Anna. Angela Glow, I was also beaten all of these years. Also during my pregnancy. Forgive. Let it go. It's not here. It's not here anymore. I'll be the first person to your class. Yolanda, thank you, hon. I then met my new person and it activated my spiritual journey. Whoa, guys, I did not think I was going to be doing this today. For all those women out there who have been hurt physically, for those women out there who have been through things like that, it's too... I'm going to need a Himalayan salt bath afterwards. Even bullies, people who are bullying you, you know, there are so many forms of abuse. It's not just physical abuse, it's emotional, it's mental. Thank you for that, Cece. Cece. It's mental abuse, it's verbal abuse. It's not only physical abuse, because mental, physical, verbal abuse, it all destroys the soul. It destroys the soul. It doesn't matter what kind of abuse it is, it destroys the soul. It's soul crushing. And the problem is when somebody mentally or physically abuses you and they tell you that you're not good, that you're not worthy, that you're this and that you're that, you start to believe it. You start to believe that you are the things that these people are telling you. And it is so not true. I was bullied for a long time, Kim. And I'm a strong person, but they really got me. It was terrible. My daughter was bullied, so was I when I was in school. I was the only coloured girl in my school. The only girl with the curly hair, and they used to do that to my hair. I love them though, because I know that they didn't know what they were doing. They were just young and silly and they didn't know. My daughter was bullied too at school. Even at work, so true. At work we face, yes, there's always 1 or 2 or 3 people at work that's gonna try it, always. But remember, don't fight fire with fire. It doesn't work. When somebody's being cruel to you and using horrible words to you, you look at them and you shine a loving light upon them. You don't even need to say anything. You just look at them with love and say to yourself, what happened to you that you are this way? Because hurt people hurt people. I can't even say this enough, but it is so true. Sharan, after 25 years of marriage and mental abuse, I finally left 3 years ago. Thank God. Sharan, amen, honey. Amen to that. Because you don't want to stay in that place. Because you are in hell. That's hell. And you don't want to do that. Because this is supposed to be... We want heaven on earth, guys. Heaven on earth. So we have to love each other. Even the ones that hurt us. In fact, they're the ones that need more love. They're the ones that need us to send them love and light. Because they need it. So anyone who's abused you or hurt you, send them energetic love and light and forgive them for what they did. And it's not so you can forgive them. It's to release that burden off of your shoulders. It's to release you from that sadness. Release you. Now, I fought my way through and now I know the difference, but I was young and didn't know. You don't know. Geraldine, you don't know. When you're young, you're in love and you'll take anything. You'll take anything. You'll take the abuse, you'll take everything. Bullies do that. Husbands, wives can do it. Anna, my soul sister, sending you love and light. I love you. Thank you for being here. I love you very much, Kim. I love you, Geraldine. I love every single person that's in here listening to my story. To those women that have been physically abused, mentally abused, I love you. We need more women like that in the world, because we're the ones that is going to help the rest of the women who feel like they're no good. You'll always come across somebody who is less fortunate than you and is going through what you have already been through, and you're going to give them the strength, you're going to give them the advice, and you're going to tell these persons that who are in abusive or mentally abusive relationship, listen, if I can leave, you can leave. And it doesn't matter what these threats that these men give women, whatever connection, workplace, school, whatever abuse they give, bring it. Bring it. Because what goes around will come right back around. Sorry. If it's not going to be sorted out here in the 3D world by police or by the help of somebody that you've been screaming for help from, Divine will sort it out. Everything will balance itself out. And Divine doesn't sort things out where, you know, what is it? An eye for an eye. Divine is always saying do everything in love. Because karma takes care of everything. Karma takes care of all the bad things, all the good things. What you do to people, it will come back to you. So Divine says just send love and light that way. Send love and light. You balance out your own karma. But every time something goes wrong, always send the situation love and light. Because Divine, the karma takes care of everything. Always. Always will. It always will. Karma will take care of everything, guys. No need to put more negative energy out there into the world, sending them evil energy, evil eyes, or wishing that they get hit by a bus. I hope there's no point, because karma will take care of that for you. Don't need to do anything. It happened to you. It happened for a reason. There's a lesson within that. What did you learn from that? What did I learn from the violent connection that I had with my daughter's dad? I learned how to forgive. I learned how to look behind the eyes of the person that was hurting me. Hurt people hurt people. I learned how to be compassionate and forgiving and kind. And so it's my duty to spread my knowledge from my corner of the world to anyone who wants to listen. I'm not doing any readings at the moment, hun. I'll probably be doing, especially not now. I'm a complete wreck. We have to stay positive and kind, even to those who wish us bad. Angela Glow. That is it. That's exactly that. You have to raise your vibration. You don't add any more negativity into the planet, into the energy, into the frequency, because the news already does that. Life experience already does that. Don't add any more negative or sad energy into the energy frequency, because we are all connected. If you can visualize, I don't know if anyone's ever seen Scarlett Johansson. She ingested this drug. What is it called? Oh God. She ingested this drug and she could see everything. What is that called? Scarlett Johansson. She ingests this drug and then all of a sudden she became connected to everything. She could see all the connections in the trees. Lucy. That is how, yes, Lucy, that's the one. When you watch that and you see how she sees everything, the numbers in the trees, and it's all connected to that the one matrix that we're all in. We're all connected to each other by soul, by an ethereal cord. So anytime you think of negative things, negative thoughts, it goes up and out into that matrix that we are all in. So if you are watching the news, which makes you feel, what do you feel when you watch the news? Burdened, sad, angry. These are all low vibrational energy that you're putting into the atmosphere. Don't watch things like that. Watch things that make you laugh. I don't even like watching horror movies. That's how bad it is, because it brings up a certain energy frequency within our body and then we emanate that out. So what we put out, we get back in, right? So that's the reason why I don't even like watching horror movies. I don't watch the news. I'll probably watch it once a month, or I'll get the news from my best friend or my niece or my nephew. I don't want to know, because what is on the news that we don't know about already? We already know there's war. We already know there's children starving. There's water. There's no water in certain countries. What is the news telling us that we don't already know? I can't watch it. I can't watch things that make my vibration low, because the energy that I want to put out into the matrix, into the world that we're all living in, into the energy frequency, is one of positivity. I want to watch Friends. I want to watch In-Betweeners. I want to watch Sex and the City. I want to watch all these funny things that make me laugh, because laughter is the key to healing, and laughter is the key to happiness. Laughter is the one that makes everything okay. And it's good to laugh as well. Very good to laugh. It releases pheromone. What is it called? It releases this thing in the body. I can't remember what it is. But it's like healing energy within the body when you laugh. If you laugh, laughing is very, very good. Laughing. I recommend it. It's very healing. Okay, guys. I've been on here for 1 hour and 45 minutes. And I need to go and have a Himalayan salt bath because I'm feeling so unbelievably blessed but emotionally drained, because this live was so emotional. I want to thank you to my moderators. I love all of you so very much. Thank you guys for being here on my live. Thank you for listening to my story. I will post this up again on my YouTube, because a lot of people are always saying, can you replay it? I want to watch it. So I'll repost it again on my YouTube. I'll come and do some live readings. I feel on Friday I might be free during the afternoon, but I will let you guys know. I love you all. Thank you for being with me. Thank you. I love you. I need to go and have a Himalayan salt bath. Take care, honey. Bye, guys. I love you. Thank you to my moderators. I love you. Bye, guys.